Teach me, young child of love hereafter. Into the flood. What is up, my archfiends of chaos? Your kid, I'm at Devin Valentine with gaming, with TCG stuff, and I'm gonna pull out my combos for my Cloud Arsenal deck. I'm not gonna show the Genova deck because there's so many cards in here and so many lands and other stuff because, you know, commander decks are 100 cards or more. Obviously, that's my commander. This is actually just a Precon. I just kind of retooled. This is just called Cloud's Hidden Arsenal. And it's not only going to be equip cards only for Cloud. Every character gets an equip card. So I'll just show you some basic combos. I won't put no lands or anything like that. My favorite one, any Vincent Valentine fan will know that Vincent turns into the Jason guy with the chainsaw. So I ordered a chainsaw from Dustmorn set, which Dustmorn set is pretty much the House of Horror set where all horror stuff is, you know, a thing. So it doesn't come from, it's another red like the Vincent, so I had to pay red land, but I equipped this to Vincent. This is for my, this equip right there is for my Vincent right there. So okay, let me show some other stuff. Obviously, you gotta have my Masamune, which Masamune did not come in the deck at all. It did not come in the deck at all. So, and when I bought the commander deck, my promo was this Barrett. I rather use the promo Barrett since it's hollow. He gets his Wrecking Ball attachment. So Sephiroth, Barrett, and Vincent got their stuff. Cloud is where you need to focus and allocate all your arsenal. So there's your limit break. Let's get to if I can find it on the other stuff. I mean, every character gets their own limit break, so I'm only showing you their equips. But I'm only going to show you just a few. Just because commander decks are a lot. You can add a conformer on Yuffie or Cloud. You know, this is what you want if you could pull this in the pack, and I did pull this in the pack. Buster Sword. You equip that, and the creature gets 3 plus 3 plus 2, and like I said, whatever combat damage to a player, draw a card, then you may cast this from your hand with amount of lesser value equal to the damage without paying the cost. So you never pay mana cost, and it does more. Hero Blade. Dark Steel Plate. Champion's Helm. You're going to be pounding your Cloud up pretty high with all that stuff. But Buster Sword is extremely important. I would spend the money on the Buster Sword if you could, or buy the pack and hope you get it. Hero's Blade. And Behemoth Sledge. I'm not showing the lands because, like I said, this is a 100 card deck, so you know I'm just showing you some basic combos. There's my Tifa. I give her lightning Greaves, which is just her boots. And if you don't really want to equip the bus, if you already have too much equips on your Cloud and you want more, you can diversify and have it on your Zac. Your Zac can get the Buster Sword as well. So there's where the conformer is going to be at. But it's all about equipping equips on him. That's why I call this Cloud's Arsenal. This is all Cloud's Arsenal right here. And there's a colossal hammer if you pull out a Kate Sith. This is a good sorcery to have, and it's a Final Fantasy VI suplex when what's his name, Edgar's brother Cybin, you know, suplexes a train, but it's very good for Final Fantasy decks. Very good. You can switch up the Barretts if you want to. I prefer the Avalanche Leader. Yeah, it costs more with whatever it is, and I know this is not the best kind of deck. This is really just a Precon deck with a few edits. That's all this really is. You know, I'm trying to find the Kate Sith. I know I have the Kate Sith in here somewhere. Fuck. Oh, okay. Forget how slippery the dragon shields are, but they're good. They're good sleeves. They're good, especially if you play in this format, because these decks are expensive. This is a $102 commander deck. I got lucky on a deal from trading a bunch of stuff. But that's about it on that. But either way, it's like, there it is, Kate Sith. I guess if you have any Pokemon cards you're not really using or displaying, and you don't have the cash to flow to buy these decks, you could. But see, everything is about equipping to each other. So that's what it is. Obviously, I have plenty of lands because you need to have a good land, half and half land ratio, which they give you a lot of half and half and regular lands in the commander decks, because the commander decks are not star decks; they're structure decks. And I think with just a small amount of editing, they can actually pose a threat in the tournament scene. And I mean, the only thing I could probably see that'd be illegal is some of the old equips like the Dustmore, but I think the Dustmore is a lot more newer than some, because I think that was a couple sets. I don't know how, I don't know my Magic very well, but I think it was a couple sets before the Final Fantasy set. So I mean, this is exactly why I've been uploading Final Fantasy gameplay and stuff like that, because the game's lore is the effects on the cards. It is. It's what makes the cards, really pop out. For the Monster Mooney, as long as this is equipped creature attacks, it gets first strike and if block able, so it can block and have first strike. If a creature is dying by a triggered ability or an emblem, you own your trigger ability an additional time. So pretty much you can do two much things with that. But this is just the Precon deck, but I just re-edited some of it. I'm probably gonna bling out some of my stuff. Like, I'm probably gonna go out of my way to find a promo Hollow Vincent like my Barrett, and probably try to bling out as much as I can. I would love the collectible ones, but those ones are like $400, so I'm not doing that. But these are my basic combos. It's just put a weapon on somebody, and then go to town, and that's pretty much it. I can't show you the rest of it because this is a 100-card deck, but that's just the basic thing. You're just trying to get everybody everybody situated with whatever weapon. That's why I call it the Clouds Arsenal. That's really all this is. And that's it. That's it. That's it. That's done.